Hi, my name is Kiersi Burkhart, and I am one of two co-authors on the upcoming middle grade series, Quartz Creek Ranch, along with the fabulous and talented Amber J. Kaiser. Today, I wanted to read the first 4 pages of, wrong side, At Top Speed, a book in the series that I'm really proud of. For some quick reference here, for Ella, winning has always been the goal, and at Quartz Creek Ranch, she's pretty sure that she'll ace horseback riding too. There's just one hitch in her plan. Figure 8, the beautiful quarter horse she's paired with, won't listen to a word she says. Struggling with Figure 8 could be the motivation Ella needs to control her ego and her temper, especially when she's turned on to barrel racing. Figure 8 would be incredible at it, she knows. But quiet, sensitive Jordan is the only one on the ranch with time to teach Ella those high-speed turns. Suddenly, Ella faces a new challenge on her road to success, figuring out how to be a good friend. Okay. Chapter 1. Ella glanced once again at the map, then at the upcoming intersection. The green street sign read, Bridal Mile Road. "Dad," she cried, "you're supposed to turn here." Ella's dad yanked the steering wheel to the right, and the car's tires growled over the gravel. "Could have said something sooner," he said. "You're driving so fast, I didn't even see the turn coming." "Don't critique my driving. You're 11. Ella felt a wave of hot anger, starting in her chest and working its way up her neck. This always happened when they argued. It made all her limbs tense, and her mouth said things she regretted later. "I get to critique your driving when you get lost and make me 2 hours late for camp," said Ella as they roared up the gravel road. The car passed under a giant iron archway reading, Quartz Creek Ranch. But she barely noticed it. She was glaring at her dad, who sat crouched over the steering wheel, equally furious. "It wouldn't have been a problem if you hadn't taken so long to get ready at Uncle Nate's house," Dad said as they rolled through the gate, which someone had left open for them. Ella wanted to throw something. This was supposed to be her trip, but now Dad was ruining it, like he ruined everything when his temper got hold of him. They'd driven out from California and stayed with her uncle in Boulder, just so her dad could see the ranch himself in person before he left her there for 6 weeks. He wanted to make sure it was safe and vermin-free, or something like that. Then they'd say goodbye. There were no letters or phone calls allowed until she flew home at the end of camp. "It's your fault it took me so long to get ready," Ella said, as a big ranch-style house sailed by on their right. "You were the one who made me take out and repack my entire suitcase." When the driveway appeared, her dad took another sharp turn, jerking Ella against her seatbelt. Then he stomped on the brakes, and when the car had come to an abrupt stop in the parking lot, he ripped the keys out of the ignition. "I made you repack because you don't even know how to pack your own things properly." Her dad threw open the car door and got out. Ella unsnapped her seatbelt, leaped out, and slammed her door behind her. "I packed just fine the first time, Dad." "You brought way too much stuff." The volume of his voice was steadily rising. "Who needs all that junk at a 6-week camp? You don't get it at all." Ella found herself starting to shout, too, to match him. "Just because I don't wear the exact same thing every day like you." "It's practical, Elle," her dad said, yanking open the trunk of the car. Behind them, the front door of the ranch house opened. A short, wrinkly woman in an oversized t-shirt and curly hair came out first, followed by a pine tree of a man with skin as dark as Ella's, wearing a 10-gallon cowboy hat. A few kids Ella's own age peeked out the door, and another one gazed out the window at them. "Practical for you," said Ella, starting to sweat in the hot afternoon air as her voice grew louder. But you can't expect me to wear a suit every day, too. At least what I wear shows I have a personality. Dad rounded on her. What do you know? It's about looking professional so I can afford to put a roof over your head and food on the table. You go to work every day to pay for all the stupid stuff you buy online. Each time her dad raised his voice, Ella raised hers more. You're such a brat, shouted her dad, so caught up in the argument that he'd forgotten all about pulling her suitcase out of the trunk. And you're a workaholic, Ella shouted back, starting to spiral with fury. Then she said the thing she knew would really make him mad. At least when Mom was around, you came home sometimes. Her dad's face was turning a dangerous sort of red when the short-leathered woman hopped down the steps and jogged toward them, her expression stunned. Hello there, she said, interrupting. Are you Ella? Ella opened her mouth to speak, but her dad glared at her, then at the older woman. I'm Jonathan Pearson, he said, then pointed at Ella. That's my daughter, Ella. He probably thought Ella's skin color had confused the old lady, Ella figured. Since she was half Indonesian from her mother's side, white people sometimes didn't believe Ella was her dad's kid, even though they had the exact same nose and mouth. Yes, the woman said, trailing off. I know. She turned to Ella and smiled. Welcome to the ranch, Ella. I'm Ma Eddie. Okay. And that's an excerpt from At Top Speed. I love Ella and Ella's story, and I hope that you'll check it out and that you'll love it as well. Quartz Creek Ranch is available starting on January 1st, 2017. Thanks. Have a wonderful day.